This is Jack Nichols. You're listening to Teeing Off with Keith Chartrand.
Welcome back to Teeing Off with Keith Chartrand, 33 minutes past the hour. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. We're pretty excited to have Billy Horschel on the line with us now. Billy, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me, Keith.
Really appreciate you coming on. All right, so first ever Masters appearance back in April. Anyone that makes a cut the first time through Augusta has done something pretty darn good. You finished tied for 37th. What'd you take away from Augusta as far as your game is concerned?
That my game, suits that golf course pretty well. I feel like I'm a pretty consistent ball striker on a regular basis. So obviously putting the ball in the right spots in the fairway and and into the greens, is vital there. And unfortunately, I just didn't putt very well that week. Maybe a little bit has to do with the greens, but most of it has to do with me in the sense that just didn't feel comfortable with a putter that week, and unfortunately, that's the way it goes.
Gotcha. Before you won at New Orleans, had you played at Augusta? Sometimes college golfers get to play there. You get a special invite. Did you actually, once you win, you're going to make on tour. You're going to make a trip up to Augusta just to get some prep rounds in. But before you won at New Orleans, had you ever played there before?
No, I hadn't. I actually didn't even play after I won New Orleans. I had opportunities. Obviously, as a winner, you can go, or as an invitee to the Masters, you can go up by yourself and play whenever. But I was trying to get my dad and a couple friends to go on a couple different occasions. But obviously, with the weather being as bad as it was this winter, it just didn't happen. And I actually didn't see Augusta until the Saturday before the tournament was the first time I ever played it. So I think that actually helped a little bit in the sense that the course played a little bit more like tournament conditions. And, I was never too enamored with, being taken in by the Masters and everything. It's a cool tournament. It's a cool golf course. It's a special thing to be there at Augusta National, but I'm not one that gets, caught up in, being at special places or meeting special people. I just look at it as just a normal person. It's just a normal golf course.
Gotcha. Interesting. It's an interesting take. Just let's go out there and play the course. It is what it is. And I guess that does make a lot of sense. If you go out there 6 or 7 months beforehand, it's not going to be like it is when you have to play through it. So, okay, going to a way different golf course, TPC Sawgrass next week. Considering you being a UF golfer and the fact that you're a Jack's Beach native, you must. I'm assuming you know that course really well. Did you play it a lot in college and now living in that neck of the woods?
Did we play it actually? Actually, we played it several times in college. I just never played it though. I think I know a couple times when we had play days over there. I was sick a couple times, so I didn't play it. I think the first time I played was probably when I graduated college. Matt Every was living over here, and I came over, and he took me on the golf course, and we played it a couple times in. And obviously living there, I get to play it now whenever I want. But, as most guys I would tell you that live here, we don't play it very often. The course is usually a little packed, and, they reserve tee times for us early in the morning. But obviously you have to be on the road for 3 or 4 weeks. Sometimes you'll want to wake up, at 6:30 in the morning and go play golf. We've played it quite a bit to know a little bit about it. But as we always say, the course plays completely different, this time of year than it does the rest of the year. It's a faster, firmer golf course, and we hit completely different clubs off tees and into greens than any other time of the year.
Completely different golf course from Augusta National, too. Would that be an accurate statement? It seems, at Augusta you might be able to spray it around a little bit and can make up shots, whereas would you say the TPC Sawgrass is a little bit more pinpoint accuracy shot making?
Yeah, when you have rough on any golf course, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult. And with TPC, there's always about 2.5 inches of Bermuda rough, which is perfect amount of rough with Bermuda, and you can catch flyer lies, the ball can come out dead. So you got to be able to put your ball in the fairway, and you got to make sure you hit these greens. These greens, or I think someone told me the second smallest greens on tour behind Harbor Town, which I didn't realize it. But so obviously when you get small greens, you got to make sure you're pinpoint with your iron shots into greens. And like it is a completely different golf course in Augusta. You got to be a little bit more accurate off tee and into the greens, or you're going to pay the price.
Billy Horschel joining us on Teeing Off with Keith Chartrand. I appreciate you. You had a at PGA Tour Twitter chat, and I was able to throw out that question about one of the biggest things that you learned from Buddy Alexander, the former UF golf coach, and you had the answer to your question was that I basically had to get my classroom stuff in gear in order for me to keep coaching, and he stressed that. Did he have a profound impact on your life off the golf course as well? He sounded like that type of man from what people had written about his lasting legacy.
Yeah, a lot of people who were outside the UF program probably didn't understand that side of Buddy and what he did. Obviously, we come in as 17, 18-year-olds in the college, young adults, and our parents hand us off to this guy, and they're hoping that he makes us a good golfer, but hopefully even a better man, and teach us how to be an adult, and how to do the right things. And Buddy was that guy. I mean, like I said, you come, for me, coming as 18-year-olds, obviously my parents raised me for 18 years and did a great job, but you're such a you're at the stage of your life where you can still be influenced by certain things, and Buddy was one of those great influences on all of us. And like I said, he helped me so much in golf, and he still does to this day. But he helped me out more in life, and I still seek out his advice in a lot of things. And it's just a little disappointing that he won't be behind that desk anymore at University of Florida. But as I've been telling people, I'm sure Camilo, Brian Gay, Matt Every, and I will be a little bit happier seeing that he may be coming out on tour a little bit more to hang out with us. So that'd be a nice trade-off. Yeah,
speaking of Matt Every, how about him at Bay Hill, huh?
Yeah, that was cool. I knew he was going to get his win. I was hoping it was before the Masters. I was talking to Buddy, I think last fall, maybe beginning of this year, and we were just talking about playing the par 3 together. And I said, well, we got to put Matt in that. And he said, is Matt going to get there? He was curious about maybe his world ranking got him in or whatnot. And I said, if I know Matt, he's going to want to win and be there with me, and experience his first time too. And so it's really cool to see him get his first win at Bay Hill. He's such a good guy. He's such a good player. He's been playing well for the last couple of months, and it's just a matter of time. Or similar in my case, in the sense that you played so many good tournaments back to back that it's just a matter of time before you knock that door open, you walk through for that victory, and he did that. And so cool to see. Like I said, Matt's such a great guy. He's probably a little bit misunderstood from people who don't know him that well, but he's a great dad with his little boy Liam, and like I said, it was nice to have Matt there. We both could experience our first time, and then obviously play that par 3 contest with Buddy, and obviously Buddy had to make that hole in one on us.
Unbelievable, right? It's
yeah.
How great is that? Just another extension of how great the University of Florida is in so many different sports. Billy Horschel joining us on Teeing Off with Keith Chartrand. The one thing that comes to mind, Billy, your persona, your energy, and that sort of thing. And when I think about energy and golf and passion, I think Ryder Cup. How badly do you want to be on a Ryder Cup team?
It's tough because I love, for a guy who's played an individual sport for, since he's, focused simply on, since he was 16 years old, besides the 4 years in college. I love the team aspect, especially when you get guys that, want as bad as you and want to win it and do whatever they can to get that victory, and you guys want to play for each other and not let each other down. I love playing, team sports where everyone has that same mentality. And obviously to make the Ryder Cup team would be awesome. Anytime you get to play for your country and represent your country in any fashion is an honor. I had a couple opportunities to do that when I was in amateur golf, but to do it in professional ranks with so many great players that you can make the President's Cup team, a Ryder Cup team. We'll see what happens at the end of this year. Right now I'm not even focusing on. I'm just trying to get better as a player and see what happens from there. But obviously, if I get selected or if I make my way onto that team, I'll be pretty excited about it, and it'd be even, I think, a little bit more excitement if I could get Matt Every and I could be on the same team, because I think we would make a pretty good. I think we'd make pretty good partners.
Sure, without a doubt, that would be tremendous. Billy Horschel joining us on Teeing Off with Keith Chartrand. One last question before you go. More, tongue-in-cheek, fun stuff. Anything else? A lot of people the casual fan, obviously, I wouldn't, but don't think of it. But the octopus pants at the U.S. Open. I mean, unequivocally, I know you're a Ralph Lauren guy. I don't think that was a Ralph Lauren line of clothing, but talk about the story behind the pants, the decision to wear them, and how much fun it was, and how much of a talking point was it?
Yeah, they actually were a pair of Ralph Lauren pants. They were a pair of RLX pants. The line I wear, Ralph Lauren Extreme. I think it was probably right after the Players, I think, and they called me and we're talking about gear to wear for the U.S. Open, because they do scripts for the majors, so all the RLX guys don't wear the same things, and so they get the certain clothes that they want to be seen on TV. So they asked me about these octopus pants, and I just said, sure, I'll wear them. And I've not seen a picture of them. I just thought maybe they were like a new cut or new style of pant, and I got a picture of them, and I'm like, oh, wow, there's really actual octopus on them. And so I said, sure, I'll do whatever I want. They're my sponsors. I want to make them happy. And so that's the way it went. And I was supposed to actually wear them on Saturday, and then early in the week they decided, hey, how about you wear them on Sunday instead? I said, whatever you guys ask, I'll wear them. And they were great. I loved them. It sort of made that day a little bit less stressful. You had people commenting on them and this and that, and so it was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, or not unfortunate actually, they won't be the only style of pants that will create a stir. I've got a couple other pairs. I think one at the PGA that may actually top these octopus pants.
Really?
Yeah. So I sort of I started a little, whether it be good or bad, I just started a little trend where now I'm supposed to wear some crazy pants once in a while, and but I think they're more stylish and than those loudmouth stuff that I see around. So they look a little bit better too than those loudmouths. So I think Ralph Lauren does it a good way, and I'm excited to see what some of the responses I get later this year at some of the majors. Tremendous.
Obviously, the fashion people of the world will be looking forward to your fashion debut. You use the fairway as your runway. I'm really looking forward to see, again, what you do at the U.S. Open this year. Good luck at Pinehurst, and we really appreciate you having on. Thanks so much for joining us this morning, Billy.
Thanks, Keith.
Billy Horschel, PGA Tour golfer, former UF guy. Got a lot to react to what he said there. We'll do that after this commercial break. You're listening to Teeing Off with Keith Chartrand on Florida Sports Talk, powered by NBC Sports.